Dito pa naman yung tanong ko sa ano ko, cellphone ko. Ilipat ko nga. Hi guys! We're now live na. So, wait lang tayo ng audience cast and then I'll give you the floor para
Sure.
i-introduce yung sarili mo and what you do, kung anong ginagawa mo sa freelancing industry.
Sure.
So, wait lang tayo ng ating audience. Sa mga nanonood ng live, pa-check naman ako nung audio. Lagi kasi ako nagkakaproblema sa audio. Pero ngayon kasi is pinaayos ko na to. Meron tayong mga viewers kahit pa paano. So, ayan, marami na tayong viewers. Meron na tayong almost 20 viewers. Siguro later, magjo-join na rin yung iba. So, to begin with, Cass, can you introduce yourself sa ating mga audience today?
Sure. So, sa lahat mo ng mga nanonood ngayon, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, at all over the world, kung may mga followers tayo sa iba't ibang bansa, good afternoon or good morning or good evening sa lahat ng mga nandito ngayon. I'm just really blessed and happy that I was invited by our very own Abigail. Thank you so much for having me here. No, it's a pleasure. And of course, before we get started, I'd love to introduce myself. Ako nga po pala si Casindale Violango. So currently, I am part of an outsourcing agency which is based in USA. So may physical office kami sa USA, all legal. So lahat ng mga siguro mga terminologies o how to do this business, talagang meron tayong konting idea. And I believe that I can help everyone who are listening today, especially to those who are seeking, clients and who are seeking para magiging isang successful na virtual assistant. Our business existed, I think, 4 years na.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started here as a recruitment officer until now I am the, acting CEO. I do both sales and operations. So mga campaigns, all of those things. And I also conduct interviews. So lahat ng mga qualifications ng mga clients na kailangan namin, talagang that is all set, organized, and I would love to share those things sa'yo or sa lahat ng mga nandito ngayon. So once again, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Thank you for that. Sa a quick background lang, no, I'm working under the company na hinahandle ni Cass. Dito, I'm their bookkeeper. So, nagwo-work
Yes.
kami together. I'm a part-timer. Doon, ako yung nag-handle ng agency na yon as a bookkeeper. So, nakilala ko si Cass dahil doon kami nagkakilala. Na yung first impression ko kay Cass dati is kala ko super bossy niya, lalo na nung nalaman ko na siya yung acting CEO dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi 'di ba, as a freelancer, meron tayo yung iba pag ayaw ng kawork na Pilipino. Ang daming ganyan sa iba't ibang group kasi daw yung Pilipino is very crab mentality. Dinadrag down yung ibang Pilipino. Pero ako so far naman, never ako naka-experience ng ganun kay Cass. Very supportive siya. Especially sa mga ginagawa ko. Tulad ngayon, na-invite ko siya na mag-join sa atin to give you guys insights. And also, currently, inaaya niya ako maghanap ng other client with them. Napaka
Sa
super
nakakatuwa lang,
supportive. Yes.
yes, at saka to share no sa lahat ng mga nakikinig ngayon. I'm basically from Davao City
Mm.
and Abby is from Luzon and we met in person. So I really traveled across the islands talaga no just to meet her and I'm just really happy to be here and I'm also thankful na naging part siya ng Scale Stores because talagang without her I don't know what will happen. So she's really a big plus to the team And that's why I don't wonder na ang dami mong supporters, ang dami mong followers because your talagang yung work ethics mo speaks. So not just, online but in reality. Doon naman tayo sa usapang tawag nito, work talaga. So talagang ibang klase si Abby. So if you are really, kung talagang follower kayo niya, then you are in the right person to ask questions because kasi kami mismo nakakita sa results and nagkaroon ho ng resulta yung company namin because of her.
Wow, thank you so much. Lumalaki naman yung ulo ko dyan, Kas. So, I guess mag-start na ako sa, nag-prepare ako ng mga questions na I think interesado
Sure.
sila manlaman. Kasi isa
Okay.
ka sa mga idol ko when it comes to client hunting and also when it comes to onboarding ng mga candidate or freelancers, no. So I think these
Mhm.
questions is needed, especially nung mga newbies. So I'll ask you a few questions and then hopefully you can give us knowledge about it or
Sure.
something about that. So yung una kong
Sure.
question is ano-ano ba yung example or jobs na pwede natin gawin remotely aside from bookkeeping.
Mm. Mm. And as gaya mo ng sinabi mo na I've been talking to clients and hindi lang iisang clients with different industries na sa real estate, lahat na. All I can say, lahat dahil sa pandemic, it's a blessing in disguise. Because lahat ng mga impossible tasks na gawing offline or online, nangyayari siya ngayon. So all I can say, kung ano man yung specialty mo ngayon, I think you can actually do that online. Even ako, mahilig ako sa music, just to tell you a little bit something about myself, no? Outside naman, ako ho ay marunong mag-drums. And then I tried to search online kung may mga ganung mga job opening at meron nga. So lahat naman siguro ngayon, kahit ano pang aspeto mo, ano yung background mo, it can be used. But the common things, ito yung mga common lang na kinukuha ng mga clients namin. We have admin assistant, customer service because kilala talaga yung Philippines in
Mhm.
terms of customer service.
Mhm.
Ibang klase tayo sa customer service, maybe because of our culture, at saka paano tayo mag-handle, paano tayo pinalaki ng mga magulang natin, mga ganong bagay. So, customer service is really a big plus to us. Um, Not just in our own culture, at it would really impact dun sa mga foreign talaga natin na clients. So, yun ang mga bagay. What else? Bookkeeping, isa din yan sa mga ng mga positions opening. Meron naman mga technical support, even kahit na sa hotel, di ba sa atin yung front desk is human being. Ngayon, iniba na nila. May mga hotels ngayon at saka may facilities na imbis na talagang human yung kausap nila, nasa virtual na, nasa screen na.
Oh.
So, lahat, yes, lahat talaga. Ang dami. Social media management, common din yan. What else? Yung mga ITs natin dyan na nakikinig ngayon, common din yan.
Mhm.
So, ang downside lang, hindi ko naman nila lahat, pero sa lahat ng mga magagaling, bibihira yung marunong sa verbal, yung talagang face-to-face na kausap yung client at saka magaling din sa encoding. So, may mga clients din naghahanap dyan na hindi naman, they are not really particular in talagang excellent speaking English as long as you can understand and you can deliver what what you have in mind, and that's a big plus. So to summarize, dami ko na sinasabi, sorry. To summarize, lahat ng mga skill set natin ay pwede nating gawing online.
Wow, that's great to hear, no? Kasi usually, ang iniisip lang natin kapag ah, online job is yung terms na virtual assistant, yung tipong office work lang. Pero ang dami na rin
Mm,
palang industry ngayon na kumukuha ng mga remote works. And siguro kasi yung internet parang normal na lang ngayon, unlike before, no, kailangan pa
right.
nating magpunta sa computer shop and napaka-expensive pa. So, thank you
True.
for that one. And sa tingin mo ha, saan ba kami pwedeng makahanap ng mga available remote works, mga sites ba, kung meron ka bang maisa-suggest dyan?
Mm. Sige, that's a very good question. So, ito lang ho yung masasabi ko. I know that if you guys that are listening today is looking for a job online. So, I'll just make it easier for you though. Before you jump into application or pupunta tayo ng mga websites na mga kailangan, may mga common websites naman. But of course, we have to have our online branding. Napaka-importante ho yun. It doesn't mean that we all have the websites. Ibig sabihin, you can just jump there and then apply it immediately. So you have to correct those things. There are a lot of things that you have to consider. Number one, yung resume nyo. We are very specific to this and the client are very specific to this. Kung may mga konting grammar lapses lang o kahit yung mga fonts sa experiences mo, for example, 2006 to 2007, and this is your experience, naka-bold yan, and then sa next, hindi naka-bold, minsan hindi pa maganda yung pagkaka-arrange ng format. Those are the things na kailangan natin i-correct. So that's my tip. Ano pa ba? So to answer your question, yung pinaka-hot ngayon is pwede ka pumunta ng Fiverr, pwede din Upwork, yun ang mga common. Pwede din online jobs. So pwede din sa Indeed. Marami naman if you type it hiring online. Ang daming mga websites na pwede nating pasukan. We just really have to create an account. That's important kasi kailangan talaga ng account, and that account should be presentable. Hindi yung pangalan lang, hindi yung information lang. You should have to put your goal, your specific skill set. At pagdating naman sa resume, you can use a lot of tools like Canva, no? You can use kahit even mga words lang, as long as it's presentable. You can use, ang dami naman mga resources. Meron tayong Grammarly, meron din tayong ChatGPT, no? Para kung ano yung mga specific na job description mo, it's really presentable. But I hope I answered the question. But going back to answer the question, you can go to web online, siguro mag-Google ka, and then type mo yung online hiring ngayon or hiring online, mga ganun, remote jobs. So, ang dami yung mga websites na available dyan. Total, naka-ano naman yan naka-arrange yan according to the demand of, sa market ngayon. Yun.
Alam mo, Kas, I love yung sinabi mong online branding. Kasi ako, lagi ko sa kanilang sinasabi yan na kailangan magkaroon sila ng brand sa sarili nila kahit as a freelancer. And also, I like nung sinabi mong yung pag nag-create sila ng online job account, profile nila dapat presentable. Kasi itinuturo ko yan dito na as a freelancer, no, yun yung ating brand. Like other businesses, diba? Like yung favorite ko nga example is McDonald's. Kasi mahilig kami sa McDonald's, obviously. And sinasabihan ko din sila na yung pictures is serve as their logo. So it should be presentable and kailangan is straight to the point yung nakalagay sa resume nila. So, thank you for that. I love nung sinabi mong online branding. Kasi at least hindi lang ako pala yung nag-iisip ng ganun. As ikaw na recruiter ka, yun din pala yung tinitignan mo. So, may point naman pala yung tinuturo ko dito. No? So, thank you for that.
And Abby, yung yung talagang parang view ko ngayon is an employer. I am not, like, talking here na isa akong applicant. And then we are a legit recruitment agency talaga or outsourcing agency. So, in fact, ito sa SkillSource nakapag-send na tayo ng, 'di ba, mga tao sa United States. So, as a recruiter, and napaka high standard ho namin, napaka-importante ho talaga yung profile picture. And gusto ko lang talagang mas dig deeper pa when you say yung picture mo sa online job, so any platform na gusto mong gawin, yung background napaka-importante yan. Not necessary kapag ang ganda nga ng suot mo, pero yung background mo naman, hindi naman maganda, you can edit that. No, I hope na meron kang mga courses dito kung paano mag-edit siguro ng mga profile pictures one day, or you can invite someone, but you can do that. Okay? And then hindi yung parang nasa kasal ka, ang ganda ng picture mo sa kasal, tapos pinrap mo lang, totoo, ang daming mga applicants nan. Isa yan sa mga bagay na tinitingnan ko. And then profile picture pa lang, naka-ganon, parang ano ba, parang sa Friendster, Friendster pa. Correct. At saka yung haircut, mga ganong bagay, yung hair is really specific because that would, parang parang just, hindi naman siya masyadong magkaiba sa corporate setup. When you go to an interview, first impression nga, di ba? Malalaman na natin kung ano yung ano. But we don't judge people based on how they looks. But of course, we will know if that person is an organized person or talagang willing siya. Di ba? Kasi you will exert effort and then you will really make yourself very presentable. At saka dun sa mga videos din na gagawin natin, of course, you have to send introduction videos. Napaka-importante yung HD na camera, mga ganong bagay. Yun. You just really have to be presentable. And audio, yung clear yung audio, mga ganong bagay. How you look to the camera, ano ba talaga yung proper setting, ano yung hand gestures, ano yung eye-to-eye contact mo sa camera, mga ganong bagay. It's really impactful.
Oh, that's really helpful. Kasi minsan 'di ba, makapag-send lang. Totoo naman yung sinabi mo na minsan may mga tao na super excited makapag-send lang. And hindi ko talaga naisip na nagustuhan ko yung sinabi mo na it show how organized you are. Kasi at
Right.
least, diba, by sending a simple video, meron diyang mga skills na ina-apply natin like planning,
Mhm.
ano yung ilalagay mo sa video na yon. Also, it includes creativity. Kung paano mo
Mm.
mapapastay yung employer na manood dun sa ginawa mong video. That's really helpful. Kahit na sa akin. And,
At saka may add ako, sorry.
oo,
In connection sa question mo, you also have to be careful din, guys, when you apply online, especially sa may mga experience na, or sabihin na natin, meron na kayong mga materials available, like resume nyo, para naman to sa mga meron na, at saka formal na yung mga ano nila. Isa sa mga bagay, bakit nahihirapan tayong makakuha ng client, it is because we as employers, we can track yung mga previous na mga applications mo.
mm,
Okay, take note. So makikita namin ilang beses ka nag-apply today, ilang beses ka nag-apply yesterday, and that would create a red flag to us. Kasi may mga nagmamas talaga na, yes,
mas apply na lang.
application, yes, correct. So makikita namin yan. Of course, we will think na if hire namin to, malaki ang tendency na may mag-offer na naman na iba. So you just really have to be specific and you really have to know kung talagang kaya niyo yung job at saka yun talaga yung para sa inyo, pakiramdaman lang. So hindi talaga yung pwede yung must talagang more than 20 or 10 a day. So that's impossible. Kahit gaano ka pa kagaling, kahit gaano pa kaganda yung presentation mo, kapag makikita naman namin yung previous na mga application mo, then that would really impact your entire application.
That's good to hear. Ako naman, when it comes to, pag nag-a-apply ako, hindi ako nagmamas apply. Ito, speaking ako as a freelancer, no? I only choose kung ano yung, ang tinitignan ko sa pag-a-apply, unang-una is yung job description. And then, pangalawa is yung schedule. And then, pangatlo is yung salary. So, kapag yung tatlong yon is pasok sa skill set ko and also sa salary requirements ko, that's the time na nag-a-apply ako. I'm very picky. Like siguro pag nag-apply ako sa loob ng isang linggo, mag-a-apply ako once or twice lang. Maybe it is because kasi currently nga, 'di ba, hindi ako active na naghahanap ng trabaho. So maybe depends pa rin sa situations nyo and also sa hinahanap nyong work. Kasi guys, ang masasabi ko lang, pag naghahanap kayo ng work, it needs to be specific. Hindi yung basta ka na lang mag-apply ba. Para lang hindi madi-disappoint yung client at the same time hindi ka rin madi-disappoint. So,
Mm.
that's my
Yan.
input about that. Thank you, Cousin, for answering the questions.
Sure.
And as an employer or recruiter and also as an employer na lang and recruiters, no, ano yung usual challenges nyo when it comes to hiring?
Sa akin to, no? Para sa akin or sa, okay, para as a recruiter, ang challenges namin talaga, gaya ng sinabi ko, there are some talaga may hirap. There are clients that are really specific with the requirements. That's number one. Yun talaga yung pinaka. Number two, payment. Totoo to. The more risk taker you are, the more chances siguro na talagang magiging successful ka. Because there are some clients na mga di talaga nagbabayad. Right? Then that's the reality talaga. So yun yung mga bagay na dapat malaman din ng lahat. So nasa sa ano yan, yes, isa yan sa mga challenges as a recruiter because we have to pay of course. And ito yung maganda, Abi, nga pala, no. If you are sa lahat ng mga bago, wag ho tayong talagang mindset natin is direct client agad. Because that's, isa rin sa mga bagay na yan eh. So, I can also say that agency would be very much helpful because that's our problem. Pag hindi nagbayad si client, problema namin yun, but we still have to pay the candidates regardless what will happen. Yun kasi yun eh. Yun yung mga current challenges talaga ng mga recruiters. As well as, maraming ding magagaling sa introduction video, magaling sa resume, magaling yung profile picture, pagdating naman sa interview, they don't have that, parang malalaman namin if they are just inventing things. So we just really have to be honest of what's your skill set, ano talaga yung para maging smooth ang lahat. Yun yung mga bagay. At saka, yung mga candidates na hindi sumisipot sa interviews, yun yung mga challenges namin. But all those things are manageable. Alright? So, yun yung challenges.
Since na nabanggit mo yung sometimes, di ba, may mga candidate na hindi totoo yung sinasabi and nakikita na recruiter, what your take sa famous line na fake it till you make it pagdating sa freelancing?
Sorry, di ko nakuha yung question, Abby. Sorry. Can you please repeat that one more time?
'Di ba, ang daming hindi as a recruiter, hindi mo masyado masasabi agad kung totoo ba yung sinasabi ng
Mm.
candidate. So, ano yung
Mm.
take mo
Okay.
sa
Okay.
famous line na fake it till you make it?
Yeah, so what we actually ano yung tawag ito ginagawa namin para malaman namin if those candidates are just inventing those things. We have what we call parang research. So mayroon naman yung mga previous na mga companies nyo. Here's what we do. We call your previous employers to confirm if you are really part of that,
Mhm.
at doon pa lang malalaman na namin. And aside of that, we also have the character reference. Yung character reference, some of those people, iniimbento lang naman nila. Yung tita lang nila, yung
Mhm.
tito lang nila, or yung best friend nila. So, it's not yet the exact basis. So, my tip to those, nandito kayo nakikinig, just don't fake your resume. Okay? Just don't fake your resume. Just be who yourself. Be confident in your skill set because eventually, if you do things right, then talagang may right din na mangyayari sa buhay mo. Because you can never right the wrong with another wrong.
Yes.
I hope that makes sense. So, you have to do, you have to correct the wrong with a massive right. Just be who you are. Meron naman talagang client na talagang makakahanap sa iyo because it would affect your career in you, no? We're talking about long term here eh.
Mhm.
Kasi kapag pinipeke mo yung mga information mo at mga experiences mo, time will come. It will really affect your entire career. We're talking about your entire career as you live. Yun. Mm-mm.
Totoo 'yon kasi lalong-lalo na kapag ako, as a bookkeeper, never ko ginawa yung fake it till you make it kasi yung bookkeeper dapat ang one of your skills is dapat credible ka. Tsaka
Right.
kapag nawala yung credibility ko dahil nag-fake lang ako ng resume ko, it will affect my entire career kasi sa little things na nagsinungaling ako, paano pa nila ako pagkakatiwalaan sa big things, di ba? So,
Correct.
I like yung sinabi mo na be yourself. Kasi
Mm.
nung una akong na-hire guys, ang unang client ko nga pala is under scales. Na may yung unang ano ko is nagkaroon ako yung unang scale source client ko before is direct client lang. Ay direct client tuloy is yung first bookkeeping client ko din. So, nung time na yon is wala pa akong alam sa QuickBooks. Nagpakatotoo lang din ako dun sa client and na-hire naman ako luckily. No? So, it's very true na dapat magpakatotoo ka lang. Yung sa case ko pa nga nun, nung first interview ko, hindi ko naiintindihan yung English kasi ganito magsalita, ganito sila yung accent ba nila, parang ganun yung parinig ko. So, hirap ako, very challenging. Yun siguro yung pinaka-challenging sa akin. No? Kasi nakakahiya naman itanong na, can you please repeat that? So,
Correct, correct.
na-share ko lang naman yung mga ganong moment nung nag-a-apply ako.
But still, look at you now, di ba? Nagka-result siya.
Mhm.
Kahit, because of that honesty, I don't think you'll be in your position right now. No, nakita ko nga sa mga post mo, there's really a lot of improvements sa buhay mo talaga. Hindi lang as your career, but your life, your family, yung, di ba, dumagdag yung mga wealth. It is because of that
Mhm.
simple honesty. Hindi siya simple. Talagang that big deal, kumbaga, sa pagiging honest mo sa umpisa, and then look what you have right now. So, sayang naman yung mawi-waste natin na opportunity if
Mhm.
we're just, faking everything. Yun. Yun
Yes,
yung ano ko.
I agree with that. So, sa tingin mo ba, as a recruiter, as a recruiter, ano yung advantages ng working remotely?
Yes, yun nga yung sinabi ko kanina, no, you have the perks to be at home. Common naman yan. You can spend your time to the family and of course ito yung mga pinaka gusto ko talaga because just to tell you Abby, 11 years ako na sa corporate setup. 9 years, sorry. 9 years ako na sa corporate setup sa BPO. So ang hirap ng traveling every day. You really have to wake up and then kailangan mo pang maligo, kailangan mo pang mag-toothbrush lahat, dapat kakain ka na and worst thing, kapag hindi na kaya sa oras, na late ka lang ng konti, hindi ka na makakakain and that would affect your entire day. Kung sanay ka nang hindi kumain and that would affect your health. So it's
Mhm.
gonna be a long term. Yun yung mga
Yes.
bagay na yun. And of course, kailangan mo pa magdamit, Ang perks naman dito sa work at home, kahit pa kontrolado mo yung oras mo eh. If you just wake up, na isang room lang yung pagitan, punta ka sa office mo, or kapag naka-laptop ka, pagising mo, laptop agad, yung mga ganung bagay. And then, pwede kang, you can spend your time with your family, especially pag mga non-voice, gaya sa atin, gaya sa'yo, QuickBooks, you only talk to your clients whenever you have a reports, mga ganung bagay. Pero kapag wala naman, no, your husband can kiss you anytime, right? You can hug your husband. Pag na-miss mo yun, bigla-biglaan lang, di ba? Uy, na-miss ko yung husband ko. Nandyan lang sa likod mo, nandyan lang sa ano mo. You can be with them. Yun yung mga bagay. At saka yung sad part naman, yung mga damit mong pangalis, maluluma. Hindi mo
Yes.
masusuot.
Yes.
So,
Um,
yun yan.
Totoo yan. 4 years na ako guys sa freelancing, hindi never na ako bumili ng bagong damit. Ang mga binibili ko na lang ngayon, mga puro pantulog na lang actually kasi yung pantulog ko pwede ko nang ipang-attend ng meeting.
Correct. Correct. Kaya ngayon, yung current natin na setup, di ba? Before we started the meeting, naka-white t-shirt lang ako.
Oo.
Sabi ko, naka-shorts lang ako, guys. Naka-shorts lang ako. So, sabi ko, siguro kailangan kong mag-jacket kasi pangit tingnan na naka-t-shirt ako na puti. So, ayan, jacket. Ito, lumang jacket. Then, I still look presentable, I think, no, sa online. So, yun yung mga advantages natin. And not just that, no, kapag ikaw na may mahilig talaga mag-travel, as long as you have internet, then why not? Di ba? Kahit ilang beses ko na yan ginawa, alam mo yan, Abby, di ba?
Oo.
When nasa Baguio ako, nasa iba-ibang lugar, no? I always travel as long as I have the laptop with me. Kung may mga reunion, pwede kang pumunta. You just have to excuse a little bit. Maghanap ka lang ng space na especially pag may meeting ka. And that's the beauty of, working remotely. Not just working at home. Magkaiba kasi yung working at home. At saka working remotely. And we would like to highlight that in doing this kind of business, it's, remote setup. So kahit saan ka pa, as long as you have a stable internet, then that's good. As long as hindi apektado yung performance mo, you can bring everything. Sa akin naman, may PC ako at may laptop ako. Ngayon, gamit ko PC. So, mga website editing, yung mga mabibigat na mga so that's the time. So, that's the difference. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. Question ko lang, sis, nabanggit mo yung laptop and computer. As a recruiter ba, importante ba yung computer specs? Kasi lagi may nagtatanong sa akin yan na magbigay daw ako ng specs ng computer para makapag-start sila ng online work nila.
Yes. Hindi naman 'yan ang setup natin or industry natin dito sa freelancing. Walang pinakaiba 'yan sa corporate setup. If you think you don't invest sa corporate setup, yes, you did. Yung mga requirements mo, binayaran mo 'yan. Yung sapatos mo, yung damit mo pangpasok sa trabaho, and that's the things that you need. Ito yung sandata natin. We really have to invest on something. Yung specific specs will depend doon sa task. For example, kapag graphics designer ka or gumagamit ka ng mga Photoshop or mga web, mabibigat na mga apps, and then I think you need a higher specs sa PC or laptop. Pero kapag nasa email marketing ka lang naman or hindi naman kailangan ng tools, it doesn't really necessary. Pwede na i3. But what I can suggest, invest talaga kayo ng money doon sa pag-build ng PC because this is our office, this is our patawag ito, this is our sandata. Kumbaga, ito yung weapon talaga natin before we jump into a client, before we land to a client.
Yeah, I agree with that. Ako, background ko, nag-start ako sa dual core. Dual core pa yung nag-start ako kasi nung nag-a-apply pa lang naman ako nagtatry pa lang ako. And then nung nagka-client na ako, bumili ako ng i3 hanggang sa nag-upgrade na ako nag-upgrade. Ngayon naka i7 na ako. And yung
Wow.
latest generation kasi as time goes by, pag dumadami yung client mo, dumadami rin yung tools na ginagamit mo, 'di ba? So,
Right.
ito yung isa sa mga investment ko talaga. Tinitignan ko siya as investment kasi siya yung kakampi ko, partner ko when doing online works. So,
Right.
yeah. Nga pala, Kas, nag-post kasi ako ng mga bagay na gusto nilang itanong sa'yo. So,
Sure.
babasahin ko yung iba sa mga
Sige.
nag-respond dun sa post ko. Yung isa dito is from Early May Arebejo, Baluyot. Yung meron siyang 3 tanong, so isa-isahin natin. Yung una sabi niya, what skills are you looking for when hiring an employee?
Okay. Unahin natin yan. What skills?
Mhm.
Yung skills depends on what the client wants. Hindi siya specific. Like for example, magaling ka sa customer service. Yun yung skills mo. But we are looking for graphics designer. So hindi naman kailangan ng customer service doon. Siguro ang tip ko na lang, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, if you have any specific skills right now, if you are really good in customer service, wag mo nang talagang magpilitin yung sarili mo, kasi mababurnout ka niyan eh. I hope that makes sense. For example, magaling ka sa customer service, magaling ka tapos biglang mag-shift ka ng career, and then you keep on shifting career from one another career to another career. Di ba ang dami niyan?
Mm.
Jack of all trades, kumbaga. Eh, kung sa ano yan, movie, pwede pa. Pero sa in reality, hindi siya plus sa amin. It really means that you haven't really decided what you want in life, what you want in your career. So kung ano yung mga specialty mo, kahit nga sige, magaling ka sa customer service, yun yung magaling. Magaling ka sa math, then you can start bookkeeping. If you start fresh, yun, what I can suggest is you try to apply for an agency, especially yung mga, kahit ano-anong agency, not scale source, but na mga agency na mga nagwe-welcome ng mga newbies. So don't really expect too much, no? Yung iba naman kasi gusto ka agad direct client, nag-uumpisa pa lang. Yung iba naman gusto agad $8 per hour, $10 per hour, kakaumpisa mo pa lang, di ba? Because the business right now is really tight kasi dahil sa pandemic, nasilabasan yung mga magagaling na mga kapwa Filipino. And thank God we have a lot of Filipinos that are really skillful. And sa lahat ng makikinig, you just really have to believe na ikaw din skillful ka. You just really have to unleash it. For example, nakapag-apply ka ng cold calling agency, you have to focus there. You have to focus your skills there. Magaling kung nakapag-umpisa ka ng training sa cold calling, if you think that that's for you, then you have to stick on that. If you think that that's not for you, and then that's the time you have to change plan, but you have to really utilize everything first before you decide to jump into another skill set. I hope that makes sense. So to answer the question, ano yung mga skills na kailangan ng client, it depends. But my other answer to that, or my tip to that, is just enhance your skills. Ano yung talagang gusto mo sa buhay. That's it.
Wow, I like that. Kwento ko lang, no, si Cass, hindi kasi siya nakapollow sa page ko, guys. Kakapollow niya lang ngayon lang as in, bago kami mag-start. And yung sinasabi niya is natutuwa ako kasi binanggit ko rin sa kanila yan about choosing your niche. Kasi that's very important, and highlighting that on your resume and portfolio na yan yung niche mo. So I like that so much. Another question na meron siya is kung nag-a-accept ba daw ng newbie yung mga agency, but I think nasagot mo na rin yan, no? Pero can you add more on that? Hello?
Abi, sorry hindi ko alam kung internet ko ba to o sa'yo. Medyo nagka-cut tayo ng konti. Blurry. Tingnan ko nga sa Facebook. Ako siguro.
Oo, parang
Di ako sure. Okay. So di ko medyo nakuha yung question, but I'll try. Can you please repeat that one more time?
Sa tingin ko, nasagot mo naman na kanina, pero gusto ko lang i-highlight mo kung sa
Sige.
tingin mo ba possible ba na may tumanggap sa mga newbie freelancer or nag-start pa lang? Kasi yun yung isa sa mga question ni Early.
Yes. Yes, ang dami hong mga agencies na they're open for beginners. In fact, hindi mo rin to alam, Abi, no? I am also a coach po sa ibang
Alam ko yun.
mga tawag nito, mga companies, just like mga VA companies. And not just that, mga organization. Alam mo yan? Buti naman. Sorry. So, I'm invited. So, I met a lot of people that are really, beginners talaga. No, yung talagang zero, even fresh graduates. So I gave them some of the specific steps of how to do it. And right now, I'm really happy to say that, siguro 80% sa lahat ng mga nakausap ko, meron na silang mga trabaho. But to answer the question, yes. Meron tayong mga agencies at saka mga clients that is looking for mga walang experience. And how to do that? Very simple. Go to Google, search mo lang para specific, wag na natin gawing komplikado. Search mo lang hiring online without experience. Ang dami hong magsilabasan dyan. And you can go ahead and try. But again, balikan ko lang sa mga bago pang pasok, gusto ko lang talagang i-highlight to ng maayos. Just have to have your online presence. Ang pangit kasi, wala na nga tayong experience, tapos hindi pa presentable, I don't think that magiging madali sa atin na makahanap ng online na clients or even agencies that would accept us. So meron, but again, to answer the question, meron, but you have to you have to have like a very strong online presence first. Yun.
Thank you for that question. Wait lang, I think medyo lag tayo. I-check ko lang yung,
Hello, Abby?
I think medyo
Delay
lag.
ba?
Hello, naririnig mo ko, Kas? I think medyo lag.
Oo. Yes, I can hear you, pero medyo blurry ka eh.
Kaya nga blurry ka din. Pero,
Tingnan ko sa speed test.
sige,
Nakapag-speed
check lang
test ka ba?
natin yung, eto guys ang disadvantage kapag naka-live yung interview kasi may mga technical issues tayo. Pero part of it naman yan.
Okay yung internet ko, hindi ko na mag-share, basta okay siya.
Wait lang, check ko yung sa akin, baka yung sa akin naman. Sa amin kasi, ang dami-daming mga computer dito sa bahay namin. Para na kaming rito, yung den. Medyo, I think yung problema is yung internet ko. Pero ilaban natin to. May pagkamabagal nga yun.
Okay na, medyo clear ka na naman. Clear ka na.
So, ito yung last questions ni Early. Do you do trainings for the newly hired employee ba daw?
It depends on the agency. It depends on the clients. There are some clients that are offering training, especially when they are looking. But most of the agency and most of the clients doesn't require that. You have to search it on your own. Kaya nga madami tayong mga nagsilabasang mga companies that are offering training, certificates for you to have like a start and understanding kung ano yung mga skill set na pwede mong gawin. But it depends. Again, it depends. Sa amin naman at SkillSource, we don't do that. But we have clients that are offering trainings. But in those specific tools, for example, magaling ka sa customer service based on your experiences before. You have like 10 years of experience in customer service, naging manager ka na and all. And then, of course, we will hire you. May mga tools namang mga available you are not familiar with. We will have a separate training for that. But that's only specific for those specific tools. But again, don't lose hope because there's a lot of clients and agencies that are really training someone na talagang from scratch. Yung talagang kahit step 1, paano maggamit ng, kulang lang siguro, pati paggamit ng keyboard, ituturo pa. May mga clients naman na ganun. So it really depends. Pero don't expect kapag ganun ang hinahanap nyo na may mga trainings pa, don't expect a higher salary. Kasi mayroon kasing ibang mga aspiring virtual assistant talaga. Kasi narinig nila sa mga kasama nila na may mga umangat-angat na sa buhay o malaki yung income unlike what they have before or magkano yung kinita nila before. But in reality, 'di ba, hindi yung ganoon. That's why they are assuming and then they are expecting a lot of money. So expect po, ito yung expectations, and just to be real po sa lahat ng mga kikinig ngayon, that if you want like a very, startup company at nag-offer ng training, mababa ho yung mga rate niyan, but at least you have that experience and that what matters most.
Yeah, I agree with that. With that naman, ang masasagot ko naman dun sa question niya is yes. Actually, yung first client ko is tinrain ako. Pero yung first client ko kasi guys, ang first online job ko is e-commerce. So, product sourcing, EBC writing. Hindi to alam ni Cass kasi wala to sa resume ko. Product sourcing, EBC writing at saka listing sa eBay and Shopify. So, yun yung unang niche ko before. Kaya ako nag-switch sa bookkeeping kasi nakaka-boring kasi mag-source ng items. And ang reason naman kung bakit ko siya tinanggal sa resume ko is kasi nga, pinabrand ko yung sarili ko as an accounting professional. So, I think medyo confusing sa client na meron akong ibang naging work. So, I decided na lang na tinanggal siya. Pero, yung client na yun is napakabuti. Lahat ng tools, tinrain niya ako and all. So, ginawa ko na lang yung client na yon is inintroduce ko sa someone na kakilala ko na siya na yung mag-work doon. So, may mga questions sila dito sa ating live stream. Basahin natin yung question ni Shinwoo. From Shinwoo, sabi niya, hello ma'am and sir, do you also have a client na into logistic operation?
Yes. Meron tayo. Yun
Usually,
yung answer.
usually
Ah.
pag ganun, Kas, ano yung work pag nasa logistic? Ano yung magiging work ng BA?
Iba-iba. Actually, iba-iba yan. May mga nangangailangan ng admin assistant, meron din executive assistant sa isang logistics na setup. Meron din namang cold calling. So magdedepende 'yon sa magdedepende yan sa pangangailangan ng clients. But what I can suggest kung galing ka sa logistics, ano bang role mo doon sa logistics? No, and those are the things that maybe you can contribute it to the client as well.
Mm.
So, broad kasi yung logistics
Oo.
and then it's really common sa virtual assistant setup.
Yung isa nating client, no, meron siyang BA sa atin na driver dispatcher yung role.
Oo.
Alam ko meron yung kasi ako yung nagbabayad sa ako yung nagre-record ng payment. So, may question pa rito. Siguro nasagot po na isang question ni Shinwoo, no? Ito kay Joanna. Sabi ni Joanna Kale Pascual, should we rely on website like OLJ, Upwork to get BA jobs ba daw?
Yes. And hindi naman nakarely, pero those are one of the biggest, like source of clients. You can also use LinkedIn. Yung LinkedIn naman, doon ka makakahanap ng direct clients. Kaso nga lang, in LinkedIn, they're just really very specific with the task at saka medyo mataas ang standards. Pero again, depende yan. You can use all of the resources. And to answer the question, yung online jobs, Upwork, yes, we can rely on that because it's tested and proven. Ang dami na hong nagkatrabaho, ang dami na hong nabigyan ng opportunity because of those platforms. But you are also free to explore more options. Yun.
Yes. Totoo. Good to hear that. Totoo naman na yun yung talaga yung malaking platform dito sa atin, no? They use Upwork and Online Job PH. And I think itong isang question is para sa akin to. Guys, yung may mga question, you can comment down your question and we'll try to answer your question as much as we can. And ito yung tanong ni Ma'am Joanna, hindi pala kay Ma'am Joanna nga ulit, Joanna Kale Pascual. Ano po ba yung sign sa sarili nyo na bookkeeping na ang niche nyo? Actually, I think para sa akin to, sasagutin lang kita, ma'am, no? Actually, sa akin yung sign, paano ko nasabi na bookkeeping yung niche ko? Siguro kasi yun yung, doon ako magaling. I think that's the sign. And pag gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, hindi ka nai-stress,
Right.
na ginagawa mo siya everyday, that's the sign na yun yung niche mo. Hindi lang sa bookkeeping. Kasama siguro yung ibang niche. Siguro, to summarize that, dapat ang sign is, unang-una is, dun ka magaling. Pangalawa, hindi ka nai-stress kapag ginagawa yun. Kasi meron akong friend na ang galing-galing niya sa sales, ang galing niya sa ibang bagay, pero ang hina niya sa numbers, guys. So, di ba? So, siguro, hindi siya pang bookkeeping.
Parang kilala ko yan.
Kilala mo ba yung friend ko na yun?
Parang naka-black na jacket yun eh.
Diba? May mga ganon. Pero when it comes to other niche like sales, client onboarding, and sa pag-onboard ng candidate, then idol ko siya. Pero when it comes to numbers, tinutulungan ko siya. So, siguro yun yung mga sign.
I agree.
So, meron pa ritong question si Ma'am K. Ashley Romero. Ay, nakakatuwa yung pangalan nyo, no? K and K. So, sabi ni Ma'am K. Ashley Romero, hello po, ask ko lang po kung meron po bang QuickBooks Online na pwedeng ma-download for free at aralin. I think, ma'am, yung question mo para sa akin, meron tayong test drive na pwedeng sample company, doon pwede nyong aralin yon. Para makita nyo yung link nun, I think nandiyan yun sa Facebook page natin. Medyo scroll down ka lang. So, I think wala na tayong medyo questions na nare-receive ngayon. Check natin yung iba nating platform. So, sabi ni Gilbert Andes, how is success measures in this role? Siguro, how is the success measures in remote work roles Something like that. What do you think,
Mm.
Cass?
Thank you for that tough and interesting question. Wag Miss Universe. Hindi. Seriously. So, thank you for that wonderful question talaga. Yung success for me, magkakaiba po tayo ng definition nun. It could be you are financially free, but you are not successful in terms of time.
Mm-hmm.
May ganun din. Meron din naman yung ano, you are meron kang ang trabaho pero wala kang time. Yung nga sinabi ko kanina, yun naman ang dami mong time pero hindi enough yung mga resources mo or parang maliit pa lang yung kinukuha mo. Magkaiba tayo ng definition.
Mm-hmm.
Pero para sa akin, yung success is I have both time and money. So yun ho yung success sa akin at I have spend my and health po. Yun po yun. Dito sa virtual setup po, we can acquire all of those things. Because sa virtual ho, dito sa freelancing, ang ating sources ho is unlimited. So hindi tayo magbe-base lang sa ano because you are improving, you have another skills na ma-acquire mo that you can use for a higher position, you can use for a bigger company with bigger salaries. 'Di ba? So yun yung mga ano parang stepping stone mo until hanggang depende na sa iyo how would you define success. You can earn 6 digits, iba nga 7 digits. May kakilala nga ako she already started her own company. And then that company is earning 20M na po yung may mga ganun
Mm-hmm.
yung and even may mga kilala kong malapit sa akin that they started their own businesses because of virtual businesses or nagkaroon din sila ng sarili nilang outsourcing business. It is because of all the experience that they've learned when they do the work. So to answer the question po, yes, possible ho talaga siya. That's how you measure success dito. And also time, of course, kapag you have the skills that you need. Ganito lang kasi yan sa simula lang talaga yan parang ano ka talaga, yung sunog na sunog ka. But parang sa keyboard lang, when you type your name for the first time, di ba, it would really take time. Hanapin mo pa yung name ko, K-H-A, isa-isahin mo pa. In the long run, kapag kasanay ka na, kahit na hindi ka na tumingin, ganun din yan sa virtual.
Mm-hmm.
If you are doing your job on a daily basis, then I would really definitely say that you can just spend a little time with quality work. Alam mo na how you work smart because alam mo na yan, and you can spend time with your family. Healthy ka kasi nasa bahay ka lang, kumakain ka on time, 'di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Sasabay ka ng kain sa family mo unlike sa work na kailangan pa mag-overtime, mga ganung bagay. So I am not saying it's bad na in a corporate setup. It's really good. But for me, that's the advantage in working remotely. That's
Yeah,
it.
I agree with
Hmm.
that. Ako, siguro yung success sa akin, to answer your question, Gilbert, is yung hindi ko na kailangan bumiyahe ng 6 hours a day para lang makapasok at makauwi. That's my definition of success. 'Di ba? Kasi nakakapagod
Correct.
talaga. Papasok ka pa lang, pagod ka na, tapos uuwi ka pa. So, sana nasagot
Correct.
namin yung tanong mo. And we have a question again from Early May Arabejo. Sabi niya, what do you think are the qualities that make a candidate for an employment stand out?
That's a good question din kasi tight yung competition
Mm-hmm.
ngayon. For example, naghahanap kami ng sige sabihin natin customer service because that's common.
Mm-hmm.
Sino yung magi-stand out? Of course, how the way you talk and how you present. So, ito lang yan. Let's just accept the fact that, yung mga clients talaga naghahanap ng pinaka the best. But there are some clients that are looking for must hiring. For example, a certain company is looking for, a lot. So, mas malaking chance na makakapasok ka. So, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, you just really have to have like an online presence. Ayusin mo yung mga kailangan mo, yung resume mo, yung photo ng resume mo, yung pagkaka-arrange ng funds mo, yung skills mo. You just really highlight all of the, your strength. Sa introduction video mo, dapat maganda yung background, yung suot mo, and how you talk. Yun yung mga bagay. At you just really have to highlight yung mga strength mo. Hindi yung experience before, yung sinasabi po yung mga negative experiences in the past. So those are the people that we can say, as an employer, oy, parang hindi maka-move on sa nangyari niya before, parang nakalin siya sa kanyang bad experiences, and we don't want that kind of candidate. So, those positive, actually, madami yan. It's a separate topic, Abby, no? But just to give an idea sa mga nandito ngayon, for you to stand out, just have to be presentable. Ganun lang. Walang kaibahan sa corporate setup Ganun talaga yun talaga yung requirements, basic requirements.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Since na-mention mo yung nagto-talk back ng yung mga weaknesses nila, naisip ko lang, eto, personal question ko sa'yo.
Ah,
Bakit nyo laging tinatanong as an employer na why do you leave your previous company? And what do you think is the right answer namin sa ganyang tanong? Ano yung hinahanap yung sagot?
yes. So dalawang question mo. Yung una is bakit namin tinatanong 'yan? Of course, we have to know the attitude side.
Mhm.
Many times sa interviews ko, because I think naka ilang thousands akong interview
Oo.
dito sa Skillsource. So I think kaya ko siya tinatanong to know their background because again, ang dami kong mga na-interview na lagi nilang sinasagot kasi yung manager ko. So ganun pala yung so malalaman namin yung attitude kasi hindi kami magkakaintindihan ng manager ko. So do you think if you're the employer you would hire those people? I don't think so. 'Di ba? And then ano pa ba? Mababa yung sweldo or I'm just looking for, yun yung mga bagay, hindi na lang sabihin yung anong right answer, siguro yung mga iwasan natin na sabihin. Um, yung sa sweldo, no, ano pa ba, I'm looking for a higher salary. Paano naman kung as employer, paano naman kapag may nag-offer naman na mas higher salary than what we offer? Aalis ka rin ba dito?
Mhm.
Mga ganung bagay. Or nag-away kami ng leader ko kasi yung leader ko ganito. So yung kasi yung mga common talaga is a red flag as an employer na kapag ganun yung mga sagot mo. Ano pa ba? Yung management, no, yung management, kasi yung management, umalis ako sa management, yung mga ganong bagay, and then they really highlight those kind of things, and that's a big red flag. We understand in this living world, kahit kami mga employer, meron naman talagang management na talagang hindi perfect at hindi fit sa atin.
Mhm.
Right? Kahit saan tayo, but it's a matter of how you take it. It's a matter of how you react on those situations. That really matters to us. Because if you answer me that way, then definitely maghahanap ka rin naman ng butas dito sa company to. Then I don't think that you're gonna be an asset of the team. Not unless kapag ka nasa 5 years na yung experience mo before. So medyo hindi ko na yan tinatanong. Pero those, like a year or 2 or 3 years, yung mga tinatanong ko yan in common. Yan. So I think, so yun yung mga bagay na hindi mo dapat sagutin. Siguro, yung isasagot mo is just highlight, what are the things that you want, bakit ka nag-apply. Like for example, why did I left this company? Let's say there's unforeseen circumstances that happen. Hindi mo na kailangan i-highlight talaga yung pinaka nangyari. But the main reason why I'm here, parang ganun, i-convert mo na lang yung sagot mo into the reasons why I left as well is because I know that I can do better, mga ganun. I know that I can enhance skill because when I read your job, parang transition
Oo.
agad. When I read your job description, yung mga technique kasi yan eh. Alam ko din yan.
Oo.
Ganun. So let's say talagang sige, example na talaga, yung totoo, management talaga kasi it happens all the time na talagang burnout ka na, yung ginagawa mo on a daily basis parang hindi ka na happy sa ginagawa mo. Hindi mo yan pwedeng isagot sa interview. Okay? Pwede mong sabihin that there's something happened or unforeseen personal things that happened that I'm afraid that I can't share it. But the main reason why I'm here is because I think that my skill set can be a good benefit sa team, yada yada, mga ganong bagay. Highlight your benefit because according to the job description that I
Yes.
that I read, ganun agad. So I think that I'm a good fit and I believe that I will grow here with you guys. Mga ganun. Ganun.
So,
So wag
thank
mo
you.
lang talagang
Oo,
sure.
I agree with that. Ako naman, ang usually sinasagot ko dyan, kapag bakit ako nag-leave ng company, is yung, sa totoo lang, hindi naman ako nagli-leave ng company, no? I stay as long as I can. Pero, siguro, kung ako yung magsasagot dyan, ang sasabihin ko lang na, i-highlight ko yung reason bakit ako nag-apply sa kanila. Like for example, I love yung job description, yung environment dun sa job post nila seems great. So, I wanted to experience that as well. Pero yun yung mga i-reason ko. Never ako magre-reason na, ay kasi si Cass, may pinapagawa sa akin, ang hirap-hirap. Yung mga ganun na, yung challenges ko within my current organizations, hindi ko sasabihin sa employer.
Mm,
Kasi I think yeah, I agree with you, that's a red flag, no? Talking bad
mm,
mouthing about your current employer,
right.
that's not good to say. So, 5 minutes
Or,
na lang.
Abby, sorry.
Oh, yes.
Pwede mo rin, of course, you have to be honest of what happened, but you can say it in a right way.
Mm-hmm.
Parang, yun talaga, yung totoo talaga na hindi kayo nagkaintindihan ng manager mo, you can just simply say that, I think that there's some ideas that I can contribute here that, sabihin na natin yung the previous clients that I have, I think it will be valuable. Parang ganun. You just really highlight to the positive side. Yun. Sorry. Ano
Ako,
yung sabi mo?
oo, maganda yan. Ako din sasabihin ko siguro, the work culture is not aligned on my my belief, something like that siguro. You can
Oo,
say that,
correct,
no?
correct,
Na you're
correct.
looking for another, work culture na
Ah,
align kayo para mas
ah,
mag-grow kayo together. So, 5 minutes
yes,
na lang kasi yung natitira
sure.
nating oras. Ah, so, may question pa ba kayo guys? Yung may mga question siguro, magsasagot na lang tayo ng isa pang question. Free to
Ah,
drop your question and then mag-wrap up na tayo ng call.
mm.
So, check ko kung meron pa silang ibang question dito. Um, I think wala naman ng may question, no? Pero, um, bigyan mo naman kami, cast ng closing remarks. So, overall, what is your advice sa aming mga job hunters and newbies?
Sure, sure, sure. Sa akin po, please conduct research before you apply. Meaning, if you pag may nakita kayong job opening, you just really have to do research kung ano talaga yung exact qualifications before kayo mag-send ng mga documents so that you can highlight all of the skill set that you have. Number one sa akin, Abia, is yung mindset talaga at maniniwala ka talaga na talagang makakalan ka ng client. That's number one. Because there are some people aspiring virtual assistant because they don't believe in themselves, parang doubtful sila. Kaya mahihirapan ka. But if you're really positive enough and you have to believe in yourself, talaga makakalan ka one day sa lahat ng mga beginners or sa lahat ng mga newbies dito or aspiring na magiging virtual assistant. You just really have to believe. And of course, be open for learnings sa mga gaya ng mga ganitong mga setup. And again po, sa mga bago pa lang dito, legit ho kami na employer. We conduct interviews and all. So may matututunan ka talaga in our how we choose candidates, mga ganung bagay. And then of course, you have to change your online branding. Formal resume, formal introduction video, and screenshot na mga kailangan like speed test, mga ganung bagay. And then you just have to be real to yourself. Please don't lie. I don't hindi ko talaga pinupush yan na mag-i-edit ka ng past experiences mo. Just really have to be true to yourself. Stretch your limits po, highlight your strengths. You have to focus there. Gaya ko nasabi ni Abby kanina, if you are in a exploring stage, then you would not know, not unless, hindi mo talaga ibubuhos yung talagang yung parang ibibigay mo 100% in each hanggang sa malaman mo kung ano yung talagang strength mo. You have to focus there. Wag ka na mag-iba-iba pa ng tawag ito, mga description, mag-iiba ka na naman ng skill set. Well, that's good that you learn about it, but iba talaga yung expert ka sa isang bagay. Gaya naman sa akin naman, just to tell you a little bit just something about myself, hindi ko na share to. Nasa BPO industry ako, naging agent to SME. So more on customer service side talaga ako until naging leader ako, naging trainer, until nag-open sa akin yung ganitong opportunity. So when I started here, I started a recruitment officer, mga ganung bagay. At such na nakita I just focus on my strength because I'm really love talking to people because I've been part of the customer service. Pero hindi naman siya totally nag-change kasi yung customer service na handle ko, mas mabigat na because I'm talking to the clients, CEOs talaga, but hindi naman walang pinakaiba dun sa talagang strength ko in really talking. So doon ako nag-focus. And yun lang. At saka wag tayong mag-set ng too much expectations. Yun lang kasi yung mga mali dun minsan. Nagseset ka agad ng high standard, malaking income, agad yung gusto. So, start from very small. Kung may mga $1, $2 sa mga opportunity, grab it because hindi natin alam, diyan ka mag-learn and you'll grow from there. Yan.
Yeah, start small. Kasi, di ba yung iba, bago pa lang pero gusto 6 digits na. I think that's beyond reality pag ganun yung mindset mo.
Exactly.
So, last
Exactly.
question na to, Cass. Promise, last question na. Currently
Okay lang.
ba, may hiring ba ngayon si Skillsource?
Yes, we're looking for customer service manager. That's number one. Teka lang, check ko. Parang biglaan to. Sorry. May mga open positions naman tayo. We're looking for customers. Sorry. Hanapin ko muna sa list ko. Saan ba yun? So, podcast editor, that's number one. So, mga marunong mag-edit ng podcast dyan. Meron kaming opening. We also have customer service manager. Yung customer service manager meaning talagang matagal na experience na, minimum of 5 years. Yun kasi you're gonna be handling a company. Hindi lang siya parang face-to-face. You have to manage really the customer service side of the company. So manager talaga siya. What else? Let me check here. So we also need the drafters and checkers. Kung may mga kilala kayong mga architects and engineers. So we are looking for those. Ano pa ba dito? Jonah, Devin. So ito kay isang client ko, medyo marami-rami dito mga kailangan. Social media manager, graphics artist, nag-change ng graphics, yun. At saka QuickBooks na mga accountant na mga meron kami mga openings doon.
Saan ba pwedeng makita yung hiring nyo, Kas? Para hiring nyo no? Para ma-direct natin yung mga, siguro, mga qualified and gusto mag-apply.
Saan na lang kayo?
Namin pwede makita?
So I am posting in just two platforms. I only post, SkillSource only post at Online Jobs PH. Pero kung hindi mo mahanap sa Online Jobs PH, andun din kami sa LinkedIn. Tatlo pala. Dalawa lang. So LinkedIn and Online Jobs. Pero kung gusto mo ng direct talaga sa akin, na ako mismo yung makaka-receive, you can send it to my email. So my email is Kasin, which is my name, kung makikita nyo sa screen ngayon. Kasin@scalesource.com. Ulitin ko lang Kasin@scalesource.com. So, send your resume and your introduction video. At kung kayo naman po ay naghahanap din ng client, I'm also welcome to accept applicants, and we'll see if there's a good match doon sa mga skill set na meron kayo ngayon.
Yes, yes. Thank you for that. Thank you so much, Cas, for your time. I know, dapat
Sure.
last week pa to, kaya lang nagkaroon ako ng technical issues. Alam mo naman, hindi ako techie, di ba? Pero at least magaling ako sa math. Just kidding.
Sorry.
At least alam ko yung strength ko. So, thank you so much for giving us your time and also sharing your expertise with us. And yeah, guys, that's it. Please follow Kasin sa LinkedIn para updated kayo sa mga job posts na meron sila. Can I copy your LinkedIn profile and ilalagay ko sa description later?
Sure. Pwede naman.
And also guys, pwede nyo rin ako i-follow sa LinkedIn ko, no? Kasi may nagpo-post din ako doon ng mga advice regarding bookkeeping. And that's that. So, thank you so much, Kas. Again, I think you can...
Lastly, Abby,
yes.
sorry. Gusto ko kasi kung pwede din sana natin mapalike yung page ng SkillSource. Though hindi na siya active because Facebook is not our market and it's not our thing. And no one is managing the Facebook yet. But it would very, helpful if you can like SkillSource. Baka magpo-post din ako din ng mga job openings. Bihira lang ako mag-post ng job openings doon. But baka meron ng mga mga common mga job openings na ipo-post ko doon sa Facebook. So again, that's SkillSource.
Yes.
I think
i-share ko yung nakalike ako doon, i-share ko yung Facebook page ng SkillSource dito sa atin. Guys, palike naman ako, lalo na sa mga job hunters. Kung you're looking for opportunity online, you can check that one. And also si SkillSource, yung page nila is nagpo-post ng mga insights about remote works. So, nakikita ko kasi, nakapollow kasi ako doon, nakikita ko yung mga post doon. Pag binasa nyo, makakakuha kayo ng mga techniques siguro. Yun yung mga guys na dapat yung pinapollow, yung mga bagay na may matututunan kayo, no? So, I'll post that Cas later dito sa aking Facebook page. Sana mag-follow din kayo doon, guys. And thank you again, Cas, and thank you sa ating mga viewers. See you next time. Bye!
Thank you. Bye.